Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the leash, go walk to a location, a new spot, and then I'm going to have her stay, and I'm going to release her, and she can explore that spot. And then it's back to the walk. I'm going to recall her back to the walk, travel into a new spot. So what she's learning is the traveling is not the time to go and play. When we get to the place that we're going and I release you, then you can explore. The walking is passive with the environment, not interactive. So if we're walking and she sees something, she should understand I don't want her to be interactive with the environment while she's in her heel, right? We're traveling through. Once I release her, then she can be interactive. Of course, there's rules, no running away, no jumping on people, blah, 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 but you can interact now. And what's cool is the dog can understand that. As long as you stay consistent with that, meaning like when I say heel or the beep on here, that means passive, follow me, we're headed someplace. And that could be through this field, or it could be through the woods, a city, a store.
Beach. She lives at the beach.
Right,
yep.
Beach.
We're gonna walk and heel to the beach.
So the beep means, yes, this position also means the mind of passive and relaxed. So if the dog starts to leave position, that's pretty obvious. Correct?
Now it's on you to enforce.
Right.
Yep.
Correct, bring them back. But if the mind is also racing, so they're technically in this position, but you see like a lot of dips down to the ground and stuff, like they're sniffing real quick and they're over here and they're kind of just looking at everything like this, correct that too.
Yep.
Because that's not right. Right is in the right position with the right state of mind.
It's like a kid who's sitting in a classroom, he's sitting in his chair, he's sitting at his desk. He's
wiggly
throwing
and
spitballs,
noisy
he's
and-
writing notes, he's texting,
Right.
He's not paying attention. So that
you'll-
has to be corrected.
Yeah. These bugs, I'm eating these bugs right now. Good go.
Protein.
Okay, so this is how you do it. I mean, I'm creating it, and then you maintain it.
Yes.
So I'm gonna
We train, you
I'm
maintain.
gonna say heel. I'm gonna know in my mind I'm headed somewhere, and then I'm gonna teach her what that means. It means calm and follow. Okay. So what it really means for me is anytime she's not being calm and following, I'm correcting and then directing her back to the position. Okay. All right, honey. Heel.
There's the beep, the verbal command, tap on the leg. So we give her as much information as we can. Audible, physical, the tap on the leg, sight, and verbal. And now we correct position.
So right off the bat, usually when you first start,
That's
you're
when the
gonna get a
mistakes
correction
made.
right off the
Yeah,
bat,
because she's
'cause
going to test the boundary.
what's gonna happen is that nose is gonna pick up on something, and then their eyes aren't seeing where they are anymore. Look how she uses her eyes. See that?
Good.
You see that? She's looking where she's going. As soon as she goes nose, that means she's being interactive, not passive. She's starting to explore. That's where that correction comes in. What you see is the nose hits the ground, and then they just go.
Yeah, and the next step is we're going to drag you to a scent. We're going to pick something gross up. She picks up poop on the walks,
Good
Josh.
deal. Okay, so we'll talk about that. But she just did something. She just gave me a little bit more commitment there.
Good girl. When they start looking up at you versus the environment, you know you're on the right track. But that's something that's created
Yes.
and maintained.
So the reason why I brought her here, up here, is because this is a new patch of grass.
It's also
She
nice
hasn't-
that it's shaded.
It's nice, but she hasn't been up here, so that means new scents, which means it's more than likely gonna make her wanna. But that's if you take your dog out in the world, it's always usually you're gonna be going by new scents all the time. So you're teaching passive. Guess what? It's the same thing as if you're eating your steak and you're hungry and you don't want to share it with them right now. You're just saying the resource, the thing that you want, it's off limits right now. Okay? But if you wait and you're patient, when we get to the amusement park, I'll release you and then you can go have fun. So they're gonna get their time to have a good time, but it's not gonna be mixed in with a command. We're not gonna be playing when we're doing our command. Okay, we're just following your leader. You don't even have to think. Okay? All right, honey. Now watch. That's
Good
better,
girl.
Huh? She's tugged towards you because you're a resource.
Yep.
Baby talk.
And they tend to try to go to the person that's not asking them to
Oh
work.
yeah, if we switched,
Yep.
you'd be trying to come to me. Yeah, oh yeah. So, but look at this commitment. This
Yes.
is where I reach down and I say, "Good girl."
It's a feeling. You'll feel it, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. That's
It'll feel like you're walking a feather.
I think
a
if you never,
cloud.
if you don't feel it though, you don't know what you're looking for. So if you never felt your dog actually be
Right.
in a follower position, you don't know how far,
Exactly.
how good they actually can be.
Yeah, we had one of our shadow students
Good
once
correction,
say
okay.
like, oh my God, like,
Good.
I never knew what a finished dog felt like until I came here.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Because
possibilities are just
when you
amazing
feel
with
that
these
state of
dogs.
mind, that's when, and that's why the dogs look consistent from dog to dog.
Yep.
Here, even though they're different ages, different breeds, different problems, It's because the state of mind, what we ask for, what we describe to them is we want to talk about the relationship on the hierarchy and create a follower.
Yeah.
And so because we're creating followers, they all, it's a, you know, in a pack, they have coping skills, and one of them is to be submissive and to follow. That'll
Avoid
get them out of
conflict.
a lot of conflict,
Yeah.
right? So it's a natural state that they already do, but they never do it. They don't do it
At the human pack,
they're
yeah.
not doing it at home, right? This is the first time talking about that with a human to such a degree where we're like, oh no, we're just like dogs. We want to talk that conversation too, and we're leading. All right, so but watch her though. So look how she wants to bend and look around.
Yeah,
See
she
that?
wants to be an inch ahead.
This is a subtle conversation that I mean most humans aren't even seeing, right? But I just talked to her and I said,
No, right here.
so I'm taking off half of her vision. She's like, and she's a little annoyed by it, but she's accepting it. But look, she'll say, wrap around this way, right? Correction there, right? So that state of mind, I know this is not something that most
There
people
we
would think,
go.
look,
Good
look,
girl.
the state changes. So there's more commitment to me. She gives the sit, I give the pat. Without that correction, she's headed down the other railroads of the track she'd always take before
Slippery
she came
slope,
here.
yeah.
I'm gonna start taking control. Start with scanning. So that's called scanning. Look in the environment like this, you know, looking for dogs, looking for exits, looking for resources, whatever it is. You're not following. You're playing. You're looking at it. You can correct that. You don't have to wait for the right. That's coming, but you can just see it coming. Look, that gets every
Look
time
at
she gives me
that.
angel eyes like that, and she goes. So right now I'm not talking to Misty. I'm talking to her brain. So I'm gonna actually change her responses. So I'm not thinking, oh, Misty's not listening to me, I'm taking it personally, or something like that, right? Or I know that her brain needs to go through these certain rituals in order to get to the good stuff. So we're just going through it, right? What's going to be left is a dog who finds the follower mentality default instead of constantly doing their own thing, all right? And then our relationship's going to be very, very much more bonded. Good. Okay. Look at. This is hard for her, but she's used this beautiful coping skill here. A nice relaxed body. She's a good girl. Now watch. Now it's travel time. And I will release her for free time.
Thank God we have this shade.
It's not that bad out right now. It's early.
Early in the morning.
It's going to be deadly in a few hours.
Yeah, we got to get training done first.
All right, honey. Heel.
All right.
Right off the
Audible, tone, verbal, heel, visual, tap the thigh, start walking. Then immediately look down, she's in heel or she's not. Correct if she's not, praise if she is. Your praise doesn't have to be over the top either. It can literally just be good. In fact, that's what I recommend. Hey, can I pet your dog?
Sorry, we're actually in the middle of something.
Hey, can I pet your dog?
We're busy.
Sir?
We're not interested.
Sir, I love dogs.
No.
Wow, she's really she's really doing very well.
She is. We're gonna keep going here. This is. So I was telling you earlier when we were getting her ready. She's young. 6 months.
No, she's like a
is she?
year
Oh,
and a half.
She's younger.
No, she's a year and a half.
Okay, well that makes
she's
more
just
sense.
small. Good job.
But what I was saying to you when we were getting her ready, so I think she got used to leading in her own mind. She wasn't capable of really leading because she's so young growing up. She wasn't really the one who should be doing it, but she did it anyway, and that led to a lot of anxiety, which is just kind of like now associated to all these different events. One being walk out your door. You start getting the leash, you start seeing anxiety. We went down a not so good path, and now it's starting to become patterns. So literally, you show the leash, and anxiety starts. You might not even see the anxiety. You might think she's happy.
Good girl.
Look, coping skill.
Oh, you can tell we've been working on down.
Coping skill, though, different than teaching it as a trick or as something that it's me versus you. We're describing it as something she can do alternate to the behavior she used to do, and we like it. Okay, so oftentimes you'll see the dogs choose to do it, but not be told, and that's rewarded. Notice that's when I've trained myself. That's when I come down and pet. Wasn't petting her before, you know. But this, you know why she downed? She probably had a thought of doing one of her old behaviors. This is what we see all the time. Checked herself, used the one that I recommend, and then I say, I'm very proud of you. What happens over time is these ones that she's choosing now, these coping skills, they become the default.
Yep.
Right? And then with that comes low anxiety, relaxation, stability, right? Okay?
Good girl.
That's a good girl. Stay. Okay. That's a good girl.
Amazing.
Break.
Good girl.